After serving in the army for 2 years, I finally return home believing the hardest part of my life is over. During my deployment, I survived danger, loneliness, and constant fear by thinking about my wife, Emma. She was the reason I kept going. My parents, younger sister Lily, and childhood best friend Ryan welcome me home warmly, but something feels strange. Everyone seems nervous. Their smiles look forced. That evening, I decide to surprise Emma by going home without warning her. Instead, I walk into my bedroom and find Emma in bed with another man. Time seems to stop. My world shatters in seconds. Even worse, her reaction isn't guilt, it is panic because she knows I was never supposed to find out. As I leave the house in shock, one terrifying question keeps repeating in my mind: why did everyone act so strangely when I came home? I spend the night in my truck, unable to process what happened. The next morning, Emma calls repeatedly, begging me to listen. Instead, I confront my family. What starts as confusion turns into horror when Lily accidentally reveals the truth. Everyone knew. My parents knew. Ryan knew. Even some neighbors knew. Emma's affair had been going on for almost a year. They all kept silent because they believed telling me during deployment would affect my mental state and military performance. Their explanation feels like another betrayal. I explode with anger, accusing them of choosing comfort over honesty. My father tries to defend their decision, but every excuse only deepens the wound. By the end of the chapter, I walk away from my family feeling completely alone. I decide to learn everything before making any decisions. Through painful conversations and old messages, I discover the identity of the man Emma was seeing: Daniel, a wealthy local businessman. The truth is even worse than I imagined. Emma did not fall into the affair accidentally. She had been living a second life while I was risking my life overseas. When I finally confront her, she claims loneliness drove her into Daniel's arms. We argue for hours. She cries and begs for forgiveness, but every explanation sounds hollow. During the confrontation, she accidentally reveals something shocking. Daniel had promised to leave his own fiancée for her. Suddenly, the betrayal grows larger than just my marriage. Another innocent person has been deceived too. I contact Sophia and arrange a meeting. At first, she thinks I am lying. But when I show her evidence, her entire world collapses just like mine did. Despite our pain, we find comfort in someone who understands exactly what betrayal feels like. Together, we compare information and uncover more lies than either of us expected. Daniel and Emma had been manipulating both of us for months. While discussing revenge, Sophia suggests exposing them publicly. I am tempted, but part of me still struggles between anger and dignity. For the first time since returning home, I realize I am not completely alone. A partnership forms, not romantic, but built on shared pain and mutual respect. Emma refuses to accept that our marriage is over. When I file for divorce, she fights back emotionally and legally. New characters enter the story: attorney Grace Miller and family friend Pastor David. Both offer different advice. Grace encourages me to protect myself and focus on facts. Pastor David urges forgiveness. Meanwhile, Emma's relationship with Daniel begins showing cracks. Rumors spread throughout town. People who once supported her start questioning her choices. As legal battles begin, Emma realizes she may lose everything she took for granted. I struggle with memories of the woman I once loved, but each court hearing reveals more deception. The woman standing before me feels like a stranger. The lives Emma and Daniel built on lies begin falling apart. Daniel's business faces serious financial problems after a major partner withdraws support. Sophia publicly ends their engagement. Emma moves in with Daniel, believing they can finally be together openly, but reality proves very different. Their relationship becomes filled with arguments, blame, and resentment. Meanwhile, I focus on rebuilding my life. I start working with a veteran support organization and reconnect with old passions. The contrast becomes clear: while they sink deeper into chaos, I slowly find peace. Yet part of me still wonders if seeing them suffer will truly heal my wounds. Months later, my parents ask to meet. They admit their silence destroyed our relationship. My mother breaks down crying, confessing she regrets every day she kept the secret. My father struggles to express emotion but finally apologizes. Lily reveals she wanted to tell me many times but was pressured to stay quiet. Their regret feels genuine, yet forgiveness does not come easily. During an emotional family dinner, old wounds reopen. I must decide whether betrayal by family deserves a second chance. The chapter ends with me acknowledging their remorse but refusing to pretend everything is fixed. One evening, Emma unexpectedly asks to meet. She looks exhausted and broken. Daniel has become controlling, angry, and emotionally abusive. Their dream relationship has collapsed. Emma admits she made the biggest mistake of her life. She says losing me showed her what loyalty truly meant. Part of me feels sympathy, but another part remembers the night my world shattered. She begs for another chance. I finally tell her everything I carried inside for months: the pain, humiliation, loneliness, and betrayal. By the end of the conversation, Emma realizes some damage can never be undone. She leaves in tears, understanding that forgiveness does not guarantee reconciliation. Daniel's downfall becomes complete. Investigations reveal unethical business practices that were hidden for years. Friends abandon him. Financial disaster follows. Emma leaves him shortly afterward, but neither finds comfort. Sophia has moved on and built a happier life. News of Daniel's collapse spreads through town, becoming a powerful lesson about greed and dishonesty. Watching from a distance, I feel something unexpected, not satisfaction, but relief. I realize revenge is no longer important. Life itself has delivered consequences far greater than anything I could have planned. The chapter closes with me finally letting go of the anger that defined my return home. A year after my return, my life looks completely different. I have rebuilt relationships carefully, though some scars remain. My work helping veterans gives me purpose again. Sophia remains a close friend who helped me survive my darkest chapter. During a community event, I reflect on the man who came home expecting a happy reunion and the stronger man who emerged from betrayal. Emma is gone from my life. Daniel is only a memory. My family's trust is slowly being rebuilt through actions, not words. Standing before a crowd of veterans and families, I share a simple lesson: betrayal can destroy a life only if we allow it to define us. The story ends with me choosing hope, strength, and a future that belongs entirely to me.